WWE Games is dead set on delivering WWE 2K Showcase as one of their flagship game modes for the series. Unfortunately, I don't think that's it, Chief. What's up, everybody? TonyPizzaGuy here, back again with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about WWE 2K Showcase and all the good, bad, and ugly, and why I think they should eliminate that mode from their game. Before I get into it, if you guys do want to let me know your thoughts about 2K Showcase in the comment section below, make sure you smash like if you do enjoy this and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. So, WWE 2K20 is going to feature the Women's Evolution Showcase. We're going to be looking at Charlotte, Sasha, Becky, and Bayley, and this whole thing is going to span from NXT probably all the way up till WrestleMania, I'm guessing, where they had their match with Ronda Rousey. I'm assuming that's how it's going to play out. So, WWE 2K Showcase, for you that have not played this or you're new to the channel and you don't even know what it is, well, you're going to go through certain matches. So you know what, they had the list of matches, and now I feel stupid. And now that I'm just doing this, I need to pull up the matches because I was like, okay, I know this. Let's do this. Let's make it happen. Let's do this. Okay, so here's the list of the matches. WrestleMania 35 is the end. Takeover, Charlotte with Ric Flair versus Natalya with Bret Hart, and then the final match is WrestleMania 35. So I did have it right. Whew, I was sweating over here thinking that wasn't the right thing. So what's actually going down then is you're going to play a timeline pretty much, which I think is a very good idea, right? A timeline of wrestling. You put all this together, you make it happen, and boom, there you go. You're going to go from all the women's stuff, how they evolved from NXT to what it is today in the modern WWE. Cool stuff, right? But here's the problem. When they do this, I'm not going to say that this is a bad game mode. I'm going to say that I am disinterested in this. With this WWE 2K Showcase mode, there's a few reasons why I think I am disinterested in it and why I don't think it's that good. They did it in the past where I actually did like it, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. So I'm kind of on the fence here where it's like I like the way they did it here, I didn't like the way they did it here, and then I'm just kind of somewhere in the middle, and I'm like, it could be a thing or they could cut it. So let's talk about it. So first off, they did it in the past with other games where they had featured stuff before. So one of the big ones was, I don't know if it was really even called Showcase at the time. It was like a storytelling of the Attitude Era. And what I thought with the Attitude Era storytelling was probably the best use of Showcase that they could do here. So for people that maybe never experienced the Attitude Era, they could go through these key moments in the Attitude Era. We got Stone Cold, Mankind, DX, Undertaker, Kane, I think, that kind of stuff. So you had all those different chapters to play in this game mode, and you get to go through different key moments, different superstars, different awesome moments, and I just thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic. So what do we do one up to do make that one better and make that one for the next year? Are we going to feature another key timeline in the WWE? I said, hey, why not Ruthless Aggression Era? Why not WCW? They could do all that stuff. But what did they choose? They chose 30 years of WrestleMania, which I thought was very, very fitting because you could go through WrestleMania 1 all the way to the end, wherever they're going to end it, 30, I guess. Go through all those matches, unlock all those arenas, and have that all there. So all that is a thing. All that is set in stone and ready to go. You're going to unlock every WrestleMania arena. You can play in every WrestleMania arena. You get superstars from all those WrestleManias, and that was pretty neat. Then we go forward and we have the Daniel Bryan stuff. Yes, I like Daniel Bryan. I think he's a cool dude, but let's get real. When it's coming to the WWE 2K Showcase, it is a one and done type of game mode. You sit down, you run through it in one sitting, and then you never go back to it because there's no reason to go back to it. With the Daniel Bryan Showcase, I think I literally sat down, recorded it all in one sitting, uploaded it to YouTube, and I was done. That was it. That was literally all that I needed to do. And it was like, that mode is done. Check it off. Let's move on. And then, of course, they have the My Career, which is that long-term story. But it's just one of those things with the 2K Showcase. It's like, yes, there's a nice video package. It's well-produced. The match stuff is fun. You get to do those quick-time events. Cool, cool, cool. It's a nice little thing, but it's like, it's just boring. It's just de-interesting. It's just not what I want out of it. I think the best experience, and going forward, if they're going to continue with the 2K Showcase, which honestly, I'll get into what they should do after this. If they're going to keep 2K Showcase, if that's like a property that they want, they should focus on a timeline in professional wrestling and go off of that. Go with the golden era, the 80s. Go with the new generation, the ruthless aggression era. Even hit on WCW. Do a timeline in wrestling where you can have key moments that you play out and that make a story go together. I think an 80s one would be fantastic. I think a new generation one would be sick as well. I think Attitude Era was already done, but I think you could do the Nitro side of that would be fantastic. And then even the Ruthless Aggression Era would be fantastic. I think those key timelines would make for something very, very interesting where it's like, okay, so you have this, you have that, you have that, you do that. So I think that's something that they need to look into if they're going to keep 2K Showcase, and they need to do the timelines in professional wrestling. Even like if it's, I was going to say you could do like a character, like just picking one character just doesn't work for me. Because it's like when you play through that character's timeline, what do you get? You get 5,000 different versions of that character, and nobody wants that. What we want is different cool unlockables from each of the era, right? You get the era, you get different key moments, and you get unlockables from those key moments. That's what I want. I don't want to have like 30 different versions of Daniel Bryan, all these different versions of Sasha, Bayley, Charlotte, Becky. I don't want all that. I don't. As cool as it was to play as Bryan Danielson, yes, that was neat. I don't want to play as every version. I don't want that. It's not a thing. It's just, I'm just getting tired thinking about this right now. I'm sitting here and I'm physically getting drained mentally saying, And when it comes to the showcase here, it's like, one of the big issues is, I know this isn't for everybody. Everybody doesn't feel the same way that I do, but I've experienced a lot of the NXT through their career going up to where they are now. So I've seen a lot of this action because it's not that long ago that they were in NXT. And I think about that and I'm like, I saw all of this. I watched it all live and I've seen it all. So now it's just like, why don't I just go watch the network? Why don't they just combine all these segments into a DVD and I'll watch it instead? But instead, we're going to have to play this out in limited quick time events that aren't that interesting, to be honest. QTE is not that good gameplay. I'm not a big QTE type fan. Press X here, press triangle here. By the way, it's not called the X button. It's called the cross button, which I always thought was weird. PlayStation, what are you doing? Anyway, I just think that the 2K Showcase is just not the mode. And what I honestly think they should do is, I know that this is a lot of effort in it. I know they put a lot of time and a lot of effort, and they go through the whole history. They study it. They make the video packages. They have them sit down and record it. And then they have all the character models, and they do the QTE and all that stuff. And that's fine. I appreciate the effort that's put into it. It's just one of those things where it's like a 3-4 hour experience, if that, and then we're done. You're going to spend all that time working on this when it's only like a 3-4 hour experience. Once it's done, like day one, when I get the game, I could sit down, complete this showcase, and never touch it ever again in my entire life. And that's a sad thing, because what I would want, if I was going to develop a game, right? And I know there's people out there, well, if you hate it, just make your own game, which is such a dumb argument. Don't ever use that argument. If you think you could do better, make your own. Like, come on, dude. That's the dumbest argument ever. You can have an opinion about something. But if I was making a game, right, what I would want in my game is modes that people are going to continue to play longer than just, let's say, a month. Let's say that you casually play it. A month could be a way to beat it. I don't even think I think that's stretching it, a month. But you really want to have your game modes, if you're developing a game, is to have people go back in and play it all over and make it happen and make things that you're going to continue to come back to. You're going to want to play. It's going to change. You're going to come back every week, every month, whatever. But with this, you're not coming back. Take all those resources from that and put it towards a road to WrestleMania. Or if you're going to do the showcase, do what I said and have it be the timeline, like a longer spanning timeline of many events in professional wrestling. So the 80s, New Generation, WCW, Ruthless Aggression, whatever. Do all that. I would love to see that. But honestly, if not, cut it out of your games. Don't do it anymore. It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of resources. Use that stuff to program into Road to WrestleMania. I think as far as a single player story mode experience, because that's kind of what Showcase is like, a single player experience. Not talking about universe mode, GM mode, micro, not talking about any of that stuff. I'm talking about Road to WrestleMania. We talking about Road to WrestleMania. We're not talking about practice. We talking about Road to WrestleMania. What you do is you bring back Road to WrestleMania. You take whatever superstars, right? Let's say you're going to take all these superstars. Take the superstars that you would use for the showcase, put those in Road to WrestleMania, then have unique stories based off of that program. Those superstars do those. Because I think those SVR Road to WrestleManias were some of the most fun things that you could possibly do. You get to pick different superstars. You get to play as them. Things, they're linear, but there's multiple versions, and they all play out differently. So it's like, yes, more, yes. I get to do this one as this. I do this one as this. I do this as this. It's like, so good and so fun. Even I talked about Road to WrestleMania in the No Mercy series before. I really love that. But I do think that just getting rid of Showcase, putting your resources elsewhere, because, yes, it's a polished thing. It looks good. The interviews are awesome. The story that they can tell from starting in NXT all the way to WrestleMania, I get it. It's cool. But I lived it. And I saw it. And I'll play it. And I'll move on. And that's it. And that's not a game mode that you want. You don't want people to play it in one sitting and then be done. If you actually do Road to WrestleMania with different versions, like let's say there's 5 Road to WrestleManias, each tailored towards different things. So you have a single player one, let's say a legend one. You have a created one, basically like a created superstar or whoever you want to play as. You have a tag team one, a women's one, and then like a 24/7 one would be very interesting. You're the 24/7 champion. Things go crazy. What's going to happen? Just like fun stuff like that. Or like a tag team one, a female one, and the legend one. And then like John Cena. I don't know. Something like that. But that's kind of where I want to see the game shift as far as their single player experience. Because my career, I think, is great. I think that's awesome for creating your own superstar, taking him through this game mode, leveling him up, getting abilities, doing all that stuff. That single player created experience, it is there. But you need to have something that's there for people that are already in the game. And I think what they're doing is the showcase. That just doesn't work for me. That just doesn't work. So give us Road to WrestleMania and place a showcase. And I think that would be a viable solution. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you guys do enjoy this, make sure you smash that freaking like button and let me know all of your thoughts about W2K20 and what you think of the showcase mode. Do you a fan of it? Are you not a fan of it? I'm interested to know. As always, my name is TonyPizzaGuy, and we will see you in another video.